So we are going to look at creating the JLabel, JText field, and the JText area class. So let's look at example program. Handle JLabel, JButton, and JText field. So let's create a class label button and then text. So this is our class. Extends JFrame, implement action listener. So we are going to create the public, that is the constructor. Constructor for window. So we have the constructor, that is the name here. So we start, let's define the width of the window with 400. Then the height to be 200, or let's say 300. So let's also define the JLabel. So label username, label password. Okay, and then we also look at JText field. So TXT username, TXT password. Then we also look at JButton. So OK button, cancel button. Now we are going to define all in the constructor. So set title system login design. The set size of the window, we are going to use the width and the height. Then we create the container. So the container is equal to get content pane content dot. So right now we are going to define all the controls. Define all controls. So we have first one, label username. Let's make it short, so we don't have a lot of text here. Username, go to new JLabel username, and then we have to set a bound. Set bound of the, so this one is going to be 10, height going to be 10, and then the length of this should be 100 height should be 50, or we can make it 40. So we have the label password, new J label. So password. So we do the same thing here, set bounds. Then here the same thing, but we have to move it down. So height plus 50, that is the 50 10 plus, that is the height, plus 40, the height of the label, which is 50. So 10 plus 40 is 50. So let's make it 60 here. And then the weight can be the same as this, the height can be the same as this. So let's make it 140. So in the text, you can define the text here too. So let's put the label for username. Then we create text box for password. So this is it. So we are going to create a text box for username. You enter. So you have username, new J text field. So you have it here. Now you have to set the bound of the text field. So this is the x, 10 plus 100 is 110. Then we give a space to 120. So I'll set the bound 120, and then the height will be the same as this. So let's make the height the height should be 10, and then the weight should be, let's say, 150, and the height should be 40. So 40 is taking the height of the label, the same here. Now let's come to the password. So password, we have label for password, and then here is text box for password. So we are going to put this one here, new text field. So we are not going to put anything here. So we have to set the bound of the text field for the password. So it's the same thing here. Now when you look at this, this is 10. Okay, you want it to go down. The height should be 60 here. Now the weight. So the weight is going to be 120, as the same as this, but the height will be 60. Start from 60, and then it will have the same 150 here, and then the height of this. So the same thing should be here. So to take the height of the username, the same to be here. Okay, so the height of the text box is 40, the weight is 150. Now we go to the buttons. So we have OK button, new button. So we are going to put OK here, and then OK cancel button, which is here. So going to be new J button, cancel. So we have to set a bound of this. OK, set bound. Set bound. The last of this is a text box, which is having the it will take the same weight of the first one, the label, which is 10. Let's make it 10 here, and then the height is going to be 60 plus. So let's make it 80. I'll give an interval of 80. Now the weight of the button should be, let's say, let's make it 80 or 100, and then the height should be 40. So we do the same thing for the cancel. But that the cancel should be in line with the button. So we just have to change this. So this 10 plus the weight of this is 110 plus the difference of 10, so 120. Now we have finished defining the controls. So what we do is we add it to the container, content dot add. The first one is label. The second one, content dot add, is txt, and the text box for the username. This is add. We want to add label password, then add txt password, then add the button, OK button, then we add cancel button. Okay, so when we are done adding the controls, this is the container. We add the control, then we can now add the action listener. So the action listener, let's add action listener. Add action listener to all the button. So we have two buttons, OK button, but action listener for this. So we are going to just repeat for the cancel. This is it. So add to the container. So that is what we have here. So we are saying implement action listener. So it means that we have to create a method for that. So I'll say public void action perform. This is the method for the action listener. Action event is the class that will handle the event. So what we have to do is to now put a string here. So a get action command. So saying that if txt dot if txt is equal to OK, then what do? We perform our, so we want to get what we have in the username and in the password. So here you say if username dot get text that is equals Moses, and php password dot get text on it that equals 123. Then what do we do? Then we have to say if that's the case, let's say show J option pane. So show message dialog box dialog now. So you've been granted access. Else, so you'll be denied access. So else, we put it here. You've been denied access. Okay. So what we do is, let's save our work. Now we are going to create the main method. The method or this class, the constructor ends here. When you check this, constructor ends here. After this method, which ends here, this is the constructor. End of the constructor. So what we do is, we have to put a main method, public static void main. So what we do is, we call the constructor here. This is the constructor. So we call this class new, and then we show. So let's use obj for object creation. So we show the set visible. I want to show the container. Now let's compile it. We have to put semicolon here. So you have to put new. So it's saying that we cannot find the JFrame, so we have to import Java x.string, and then we have to import java.awt.event.star. We have to also import java.awt.star. So we import it for the container, and then this for action listener. Okay, so let's compile it. Get text. So let's check get, this is the text field, txt use. So we have to get txt use us.get text. Yeah, so that is correct now. So it's a method. You have to put the method symbol here. It's a method. Okay. So it's successful. So let's run it. So you see it's still executing. That's why it's not showing. Still executing. So let's wait till complete. When you check here, you see it's still executing. It's still that's finished. That's finished. So you see it's showing now. So let's see. So you see we didn't set the layout. That is why we are seeing this. We didn't set the layout. So we have to set the layout here after the container. We have to set the layout. So set layout content dot set layout. Now, so let's save it. Compile. So that's finished. So you see, we didn't measure. So you see this, these two buttons overlap this one. So it means that we have to check the OK button and cancel well. So height, let's move it down a little to 100, little to 100. That's the height. So I've saved it. Let's compile it. So that's finished. Let's run it. See, so you say we need to push it down a little. So that is, you have to do your calculation well before you can accurately. So let's move the height down a little. So see, that moved down. Now let me enter Moses. 1, 2, 3, 4. What do we have? We have been denied access. So let's look at password is 1, 2, 3. Moses is the username. Okay, so let's say you have been granted access. So that is correct. Okay, so anytime you enter wrong password, it will tell you access denied. You have been denied access. So that's it. So if we want to also look at the cancel button, then we just put it here. Else if txt is equal to, if you click on if txt is equal to cancel, you see. So that is what we have here. Cancel. This is it. Cancel. So exactly what we should have here. Cancel. You can have it this way, or cancel dot equal if dot get, if it is equals. That is the method for one of the methods in the string class. So if it is equal to the cancel here, then what do we do? So we can now put a message here. So That is why we can now close. So window about to close, so that the message we are going to get. Let's compile it. Run it. So the window about to close. I have to cancel it. So if I have Moses 1, 2, 3, 4, so Z, click OK, access granted, about to close. Okay, so you can also set the close. Anytime you close it, it's going to close this button for you. So that one be taken care of. So let's end here.